Have you ever wondered what truly happens in the dark? When no one is watching, when the physical world seems quiet, but the spiritual realm is wide awake? What if I told you that the things many people dismiss as myths are real? That powers exist, both dark and light, and they are constantly fighting for the soul of man? Tonight, you are about to hear a testimony that will shake you. A story that almost ended in destruction, but instead became a powerful encounter with divine mercy. This is not fiction. This is not imagination. This is my life. Before we begin, I want to ask you for something important. If this testimony touches you, if it opens your eyes, if it strengthens your faith in any way, please take a moment to like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Your comments count a lot for this channel. They help us reach more people who need to hear the truth. Also, feel free to share your prayer points in the comment section. We have a dedicated prayer team that will be interceding for you. You are not alone. Whatever you are going through, God sees you. Now, let me take you into the darkness I once lived in, and the night everything changed forever. I wasn't born into witchcraft. Like many people, I grew up in a normal home. I had dreams, ambitions, and hopes for the future. But deep inside me, there was always a hunger, a desire to know more, to have power, to understand the unseen. At first, it was harmless curiosity. I started reading strange books. Books about hidden knowledge, spiritual forces, secret rituals. I told myself it was just for knowledge, just to understand. But curiosity can be a doorway, and I walked through it. I began to meet people who seemed different. They spoke with authority. They knew things they shouldn't know. They had influence, connections, and power that couldn't be explained. They introduced me slowly. At first, it was small things. Chants, symbols, meditation practices. They told me it would open my mind and connect me to higher realms. I believed them. What I didn't know was that I was being initiated. As time went on, the practices became more intense. The dreams started. I would find myself in strange places at night. Gatherings, rituals, meetings that felt more real than reality itself. At first, I thought they were just dreams, until I began to recognize people I had never met physically. And then I would see them in real life. That's when fear began to creep in. But by then, I was already too deep. They told me I was chosen. They told me I had a gift. They told me I would become powerful. And I believed them, because I began to see results. Things started happening around me. I could sense things before they happened. I could influence situations. Doors opened. People feared me without knowing why. But with the power came a price. Peace left me. Sleep became a battlefield. I would wake up at night, sweating, feeling like something was watching me. Sometimes I couldn't move. Sometimes I heard whispers calling my name. And yet, during the day, I kept going deeper. Because power is addictive. There came a time when I was told I needed to take a final step. They said it would seal my place. They said it would make me unstoppable. But deep inside, something resisted. I began to feel a heaviness in my chest. A quiet voice telling me, this is not the way. But I ignored it. Because by then, fear had replaced curiosity. I was no longer in control. I was bound. That night, I will never forget it. It was exactly midnight. The room was silent. The air felt heavy, thick, almost like something invisible had filled the space. I was lying on my bed, unable to sleep. Suddenly, I felt a presence. Not like before. This was different. This was overwhelming. At first, fear gripped me. My body became stiff. I couldn't move. My heart started racing. Then, the room began to change. I can't fully explain it, but it was like a light began to push against the darkness. Not a physical light from a bulb, but a presence of light. Pure, powerful, alive. And then, I saw him. Standing in my room was a man, but not just any man. There was something about him that words cannot fully capture. His presence carried authority, but also peace, power, but also love. When I looked at him, I felt exposed, as if everything I had ever done, every secret, every hidden thing was laid bare before him. And yet, I did not feel condemned. I felt known. Tears began to roll down my face. I didn't even know why. He didn't shout. He didn't accuse. But when he spoke, his voice carried a weight that shook my soul. He called my name and said, "You were not created for this." At that moment, everything inside me broke. As he stood there, something else began to happen. The atmosphere in the room changed again, but this time it was like the darkness was reacting. I could feel resistance, like unseen forces were being pushed back. The things I had been involved with, the powers I thought I had, suddenly felt small, weak, powerless. For the first time, I realized something terrifying. Everything I had trusted was nothing compared to him. He looked at me again and said, "Choose." Just one word, but it carried eternity in it. In that moment I understood. This was not just an encounter. This was a decision. Life or destruction. Light or darkness. Freedom or bondage. I began to cry uncontrollably. And with everything in me, I said, "I choose you." The moment I said those words, something broke. It felt like chains were snapping. Spiritual chains I didn't even know were holding me. The heaviness lifted. The fear disappeared. The voices went silent. And for the first time in a long time, I felt peace. Real peace. Not temporary. Not fake. But deep, unexplainable peace. When morning came, everything felt different. The room looked the same, but I was not the same. The things I once desired, I no longer wanted. The practices I once held on to, I rejected completely. It wasn't easy. There were battles. There were moments of doubt. There were attempts to pull me back. But something had changed permanently. I was no longer bound. If you are listening to this right now, I want you to understand something. No matter how deep you think you are not too far gone. No matter what you have done, you can be forgiven. No matter what has held you captive, you can be free. The same Jesus who walked into my room that night is still reaching out today. If this testimony has touched you in any way, please don't scroll past. Like this video. Comment below. Your comments count a lot for this channel and help others see this message. Subscribe so you don't miss more life-changing testimonies like this. And most importantly, share your prayer points in the comment section. Our prayer team is here, ready to intercede for you. Whatever you're going through, addiction, fear, spiritual oppression, confusion, you don't have to face it alone. I went from darkness to light, from bondage to freedom, from fear to peace. And it all happened in one night, midnight, when Jesus appeared in my room. Your moment could be now. All you have to do is choose.